We're at the beginning of a new month, and with that we have some brand new deals to check out together for the Nintendo Switch. Today we're looking at games between $5 and $10 here on the eShop. I know we all enjoy budget-friendly gaming and stretching our money as far as we can, so with that in mind, let's go ahead and dive into the video. Remember, we have a giveaway going on from our last video. I'll have it linked down below, so be sure to check it out if you haven't yet, and we'll get started. Alright, I'm going to start with Archvale, which is a top-down action-adventure game with a download that comes in a little over 1.5 gigs, and this one offers more than 10 hours of gameplay with 2-player local co-op added into the mix. It features a fast bullet hell style of gameplay with more than 200 different weapons to use, and you can customize the way you play through the use of special badges that you can find in-game, so there's a good bit of variety and replay value as well. Right now it's on sale for just $8.99, marked down to an all-time low with the deal ending on the 7th. Next we have Gaiden, which is a fun action platformer that again offers 2-player local co-op. It was inspired by older Mega Man games and comes with a download just over 1 gig. You can take on the stages in whatever order you like, and those worried about difficulty, they do offer 4 options ranging from casual to ultra hardcore. It looks amazing here on the console and the controls are on point as well, and right now you can pick it up for just $5.99, marked down to a brand new low with the deal ending on the 8th.
Bravery and Greed is an interesting multiplayer roguelike here on the console. It basically combines exploration and platforming with a brawler style of combat and is a great example of how to combine several genres into one great experience. It offers more than 20 hours of gameplay with a ton of replay value, and you can group up with others both locally and online in an up to 4-player cooperative or competitive action. The retro look fits well here on the Switch, and right now you can pick it up for just $9.99, again matching an all-time low with the deal ending on the 20th.
Creepy Tale Ingrid Penance is a twisted point-and-click adventure game where we follow a young girl as she tries to make her way out of hell after a series of bad choices. It offers a good bit of replay value as there are multiple endings based on the choices that you make, and the visual design of the game is outstanding in my opinion, plus the addition of voice acting really does take the immersion to the next level. This is my favorite game in the series, and you can hop in without having played the other games first, so no worries there. Right now you can pick it up for just $5.99, marked down to a brand new low, and the deal ends on the 15th. Flynn Son of Crimson is a 2D action platformer that offers roughly 7 to 8 hours of gameplay, and the download comes in just over 200 megabytes. Now this game has amazing pixel art graphics that look great here on the console, and it's the perfect game for those looking to hop into the genre. It's not very difficult, so most people should be able to find some enjoyment while playing through. It does have a cool mechanic where you can summon your partner decks when needed to help in combat or even to help solve puzzles. My only complaint is that the combat does get a bit repetitive by the end of the game. Still though, I think it's worth checking out, and right now it's on sale for just $9.99, marked down to half price with the deal ending on the 7th. Up next we have Helvetii, which is a 2D action roguelike with a download around 850 megabytes. The main story should take roughly 3 to 5 hours to complete, but obviously this is a genre with great replay value, and this game is no exception. The levels are procedurally generated, and you have multiple playable characters with their own playstyle. The game has an incredible soundtrack that adds to the fun gameplay, and the combat itself lets you combo and juggle enemies, parry attacks, and counter-strike. If you haven't played this one yet, make sure to pick it up before the deal ends on the 8th. Right now it's marked down to half price at just $8.49. Immortals Fenyx Rising is a massive open-world RPG that puts us in the shoes of a young demigod as we follow her on a grand quest to save the Greek gods. What I love about the game is that the story doesn't take itself too seriously and prioritizes comedy over everything else. It's a nice change of pace for the style of game, and it's one of those that's often compared to the newer Zelda games here on the Switch. The combat is similar, as is a lot of the gameplay, but it does have a few unique tricks to show you if you're willing to check it out. Right now you can pick up the base game for just $8.99, or you can go with the Gold Edition, which includes all of the DLC, for just $14.99. The only real drawback is that you need more than 16 gigs of free space for the download, but if you do have space, both deals end on the 9th. Mystic Gate is a top-down twin-stick roguelike dungeon crawler with a download around 250 megabytes, and it offers tons of replay value. Each run can last between 30 minutes to roughly an hour. Now while you're blasting your way through, you'll want to make sure to try out all the different weapons and take out as many enemies as you can. The main reason is that you earn a currency that can then be used for permanent upgrades, in addition to the temporary ones that you'll find for each different playthrough. The dungeons again are procedurally generated, and the boss battles are a lot of fun, plus they can pose a bit of a challenge later in the game. Right now it's on sale for just $6.49, marked down to a brand new low, and the deal ends on the 5th. Phoenotopia Awakening is a single-player retro-inspired 2D RPG with a download around 1 gig, and this one offers more than 50 hours of gameplay. The pixel art and retro sound are absolutely top tier. The game features challenging combat, unique puzzles, and encourages exploration as you play through. The story itself revolves around a young girl who, while out gathering the rest of the children, ends up getting sidetracked, and while away, the entire town disappears, leaving just her and her friends to uncover the mystery. Now, along the way, you'll face off with bosses that can test your skills and reflexes, uncover secrets, find hidden collectibles, and form relationships with different NPCs that will ultimately help you to try to save your home. Right now it's on sale for just $6.99, marked down to an all-time low, and the deal ends on the 9th. Ravva and the Phantom Library is a retro-style 2D puzzle platformer and the second game in the series. This one has an 8-bit look and sound to it, and you're given the option of tackling each book or level in whatever order you'd prefer, and they do encourage you to play through the levels multiple times in order to find all the collectibles and different secrets. They've also included 3 difficulty levels, so anyone can pick the game up and have a good time as you work through the 7 different stages, each complete with a unique boss fight at the end. Right now you can pick it up at a new all-time low, marked down 30% to just $6.99, and the deal ends on the 8th. The download comes in around 100 megabytes. Shadows of Adam is a retro-style RPG from Circle Entertainment with a download around 1.2 gigs and a main story that will last roughly 15 to 20 hours to wrap up. Now the story is emotional and comedic at the same time, plus the combat is fast-paced and the game has some modern-day quality of life enhancements as well. The retro look and original soundtrack are really what set it apart though. They're perfect in my opinion, and if you enjoy a good retro-style JRPG, make sure to check this one out before the sale ends on the 21st. It's marked down 50% and matching an all-time low at just $7.49.
Shantae, Half-Genie Hero is a 2D action platformer for 1 player. It comes to us from WayForward and offers players a main story of roughly 6 to 7 hours. The graphics are absolutely beautiful on the Switch, and the controls are responsive, so gameplay is a blast. Plus, whilst the levels themselves are a lot of fun, the highlight has to be the massive boss battles. They're really creative and enjoyable. You'll need about 2 gigs for the install, and right now it's on sale for just $6.99, marked down to a brand new low with the deal ending on the 5th.
Skautfold Usurper is a 2D Metroidvania with a download around 700 megabytes, and this is another sequel here on the console. For this one, you don't have to have prior knowledge to the previous one to fully understand the story and enjoy the game. The terrors haunting London are becoming a bigger problem by the day, and the story has us teaming up with an unknown companion in order to tackle the Citadel and take out the final boss. The game has a fun combat system, and you have several different stats you can upgrade as you play through, along with dozens of weapons and spells that you can use, and they even have game modifiers to add a bit of extra challenge if you want to. Right now it's on sale for just $7.49, marked down to a brand new low, and the deal ends on the 8th. SUPERHOT is a unique single-player first-person shooter with a download around 3 gigs, and it offers about 5 to 6 hours of gameplay for your first playthrough. It does have a ton of replay value though, and you can always find a way to optimize each run, and in general, it's just a fun style of gameplay where time stops when you stop, and then only resumes when you move or look around. The mission for every level is simple, just take out all of the bad guys and then move on. The fun comes from figuring out how to survive each wave of each different attack. If you're interested in SUPERHOT, be sure to pick it up before the deal ends on the 4th. It's marked down 60% to just $9.99, an all-time low. Unsighted is a fun action RPG with a download around 2.5 gigs, and it offers a story that should last between 10 and 20 hours depending on how much exploration you decide to get into. It offers several different game modes, including dungeon raids and boss rush, in addition to the main campaign, plus you have 2-player local co-op as well. Again, this is another game with a fun combat system as well as an easy-to-learn crafting system, and right now it's on sale for just $9.99, again marked down to an all-time low, with the deal ending on the 7th. Wildfire is a unique puzzle platformer, again offering multiplayer for 2 people, and it has a download around 410 megabytes with a story that could last almost 10 hours to wrap up. With this one, players get to harness the power of different elements and use them in clever ways to try to trap or take out your opponents. The game has a gorgeous retro aesthetic and fun gameplay. It's definitely worth checking out, and right now it's on sale at a brand new low, marked down 60% to just $5.99, with the deal ending again on the 7th. Bluefire is a 3D action platform adventure game with a download just over 5 gigs, and again it offers roughly 10 hours of gameplay. It has a unique art style and features a fun combat system with creative boss battles. You can find upgrades to your weapons and armor, and there are a ton of collectibles to keep you busy as well. Right now it's on sale for just $6.79, marked down 66% with the deal ending on the 6th. ScourgeBringer is a single-player 2D action platformer from Plug-in Digital. It offers roughly 9 to 10 hours of gameplay. Now this game is ultra challenging, and fans of true video game punishment will definitely love it. As far as the roguelike genre goes, it's a game that's a must-play in my opinion. The controls are amazing and the game looks gorgeous here on the console. The dungeons are procedurally generated and the boss battles were absolutely fantastic. If you enjoy a good challenge, check out ScourgeBringer before the deal ends on the 15th. It's marked down 65% to just $5.94, an all-time low. Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion is a comedic top-down action-adventure game with a download around 340 megabytes. It offers about 3 to 4 hours of gameplay where we play as a turnip who's recently been evicted from his home for of course not paying his taxes. We go on a quest to pay off our debt. You have to solve puzzles and defeat enemies along the way, and right now you can pick up this little gem for just $5.09. It's marked down to an all-time low, and the deal ends on the 6th. Next we have the Borderlands Legendary Collection. Now many of the Borderlands games are on sale this weekend, but for today we'll focus on the Legendary Collection, mainly because it comes with the Game of the Year edition for the original game, as well as Part 2 and the pre-sequel, so it's a great way to hop into the franchise if you haven't yet, but it's also great for fans of the games as a way to play them all over again, or even portable on the go. The bundle does have a pretty big download at just over 22 gigs, so you want to make sure that you have space. If you are planning to pick it up though, you can do so right now at just $9.99. It's marked down 80% and matching an all-time low. The deal does end on the 15th. Alright everyone, here are a few other great deals to check out while you're already on the eShop.
Clean country air, the double pay. I mean, what's not to like?
This is probably my last job.
Man builds a city at the bottom of the sea. That's a marvel. Another man happens to be on a plane that crash lands on the same city.
Of Eichenfell, school for witches and wizards. See, something sinister and strange is going on in the world of magic, and at the center of it is my sister.
Wake up, sleeper. Dreaming again? Every cycle, you take your chances.
Dungeons that you're crawling through, a place in protest rushing out. Fueled by fear, delusion, doubt, the ring adjusts with every action.
Alright everyone, thank you all for watching and hanging out. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe if this was your first time here. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.